The Netflix show, The Great British Bake Off, is being accused of cultural appropriation over its Mexican Week episode. So first, the show actually tweeted these memes featuring the two hosts in sombreros and ponchos. It said, quote, "I don't feel like we should make Mexican jokes because people will get upset." The other host then says, quote, "What? Not even Juan?" During the actual show, the hosts were seen shaking maracas and mispronouncing words like guacamole and tortilla. Some Mexican Americans weren't impressed. One man tweeted, quote, "I'm so incensed that they don't realize how vile and racist this crap is." However, another woman tweeted that Mexican Americans have much more things to worry about, like racism in the real world, not a silly TV show. What do you think, Jeff?
I'm wondering if they still have their job, right? Because in the last 2 years, we saw a lot of people lose their job for a lot less. And I'm just wondering if they're going to be still on the air. My guess is yes. I don't personally get offended. I have to bring it back to Italians, right? I'm half Italian. I'm only half Italian. I don't even know if I'm allowed to be saying this. But I think it's funny to laugh at your culture. Sebastian Maniscalco is hilarious because he makes fun of the way I grew up and all my friends and everyone around me. And he makes fun of that, but he's Italian, right? If someone else were to quote that joke, I'm not going to be mad at them. I don't know if dressing up in the garb with the meme is a good look.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's one thing you have to be if you're going to make fun of a culture is you have to be funny.
Exactly.
And this is not funny.
Right. No, you're right.
It's not funny.
You're right. If you go at it in a clever sort of way,
where it reveals something,
it's more forgiving.
Yeah, I see that now.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. But this cancel culture has gotten out of control, so I'm wondering, will they continue to have their job?
This is my favorite show, British Bake Off.
Don't cancel it.
No, yeah.
Tori will go on a rampage.
How dare
She'll
you?
go DEFCON.
I will bake. I know, but I do feel strongly that it's not a controversial show in any way. These two hosts are comedians. They opened the show with it. It was a skit, and there was this one thing I saw recently where a white guy dressed up as mariachi guy, and he went out, and all these people who are white were like, "That's really offensive. That's really offensive. That's really offensive." And then he went up to mariachi Mexicans, and they were like, "You look great." So I'm wondering, is the outrage about this show all white people mad about it instead of actual Mexican Americans being upset about a garb that might not seem silly to them, that might seem culturally appropriate? I'm just giving the other side.
Yeah, I think that between the two tweets that we read, stating that it was highly offensive as someone who I believe purported to be Mexican American, and then the other one stating that it was that there are bigger issues to talk about when it comes to Mexican American issues. DACA is a major one that we're having conversations about. I think both of those things can be very true. I am also super careful, because I am not Mexican American, to say that if someone who is offended, I am equally offended for you. I will stand in solidarity with that, because there are issues that come up all the time. I get black people who are like, "I 100% thank you for saying what you said. I feel the same way." And I get black people who are like, "You're blowing this whole thing out of proportion. You know, you're doing the most." And it's like, but if I'm offended, and I know that other people are offended by this because of my experience as a black person, which might be different than other people's experience as black people, then okay, I have a right to be offended. So if people are offended and think that this is cultural appropriation and they don't want their culture represented like that, then I am saying, yes, I stand in solidarity with you.
It's back what I said 2 segments ago, which is take a beat and look at it through the eyes of someone else. It doesn't take a lot of imagination to go, if I were Mexican and I saw somebody engage in that stuff, I don't think I would really feel good about it.
Empathy.
And therefore stop. Empathy, exactly.
Empathy, I know.
And by the way, Mexicans and Italians, too, have been the subject of sort of ridiculous caricatures, like really ridiculous, for a long time. And I think a lot of this is still the continuation of that, especially for Mexican and Mexican Americans. Yeah. I mean, think about how ridiculous that is. That was ridiculous. I mean, I live in Southern California, so I mean, I sort of know the reality, right? Right. And that's not reality. It's just sort of a weird leftover caricature.
Yeah.
What? Sorry, I'm just gathering myself over here. I'm having a cough attack. I apologize.
You're fine.
Yeah. All right.
Great.
Got a doctor here, so if anything happens, okay.
All right.
Okay, so Dr. Drew, we talked about this last night. You shocked me.
Yes,
I know
I did.
you cannot give away too many details, but I can't believe that you went through with this. So Dr. Drew is a new reality show coming out, but it is, I can't, wow, okay.
There we are.
There's just like a teaser photo.
Can you believe it, Sam?
No, just wait. Stop it. Stop. 16 celebs, including Drew, were dropped in the desert of
Dwight
Jordan.
Howard, Jamie Lynn Spears.
To train with it. Lots of Olympians, athletes. They're there to train with the special ops force. Besides Drew, to Drew's point, Mel B was there, Kenya Moore, Jamie Lynn Spears, Olympians. Take a look at this. That's Drew, you guys. Is that you dangling from a helicopter?
No, that's me jumping backwards out of a helicopter, and that was the easiest part of my day. I swear to you, that was the easiest thing, and such a relief to just be in water. But then I had to swim a hell of a long way to get back in, and with full gear. And this is a reality show like no other. It's coming out in January at Fox, and it's real, my guys. I mean, a lot of stuff happened. I'm not allowed to talk about it yet, but this is an extraordinary experience. You're shaking your head.
I mean,
it was life-changing for all of us. And the executives were fearful that there'd just be nobody left after 2 days, but a lot of people hung in, and we all got trauma bonded together. We are dear friends now, and there's a headline that you will learn from this show, which is that women are freaking tough.
Oh, yeah.
Women are tough.
Is this like SEAL training? I follow a lot of SEAL training.
It's SEAL training.
And when
SEAL training, the whole thing. Yeah.
They push you to a point where you have to push through. I'm going to die. I'm sure I'm going to die. That's incredible.
So when like you see, jumping out of a helicopter backwards with hands crossed like this was.
We have a couple other photos. Let's see what else we have. I know we couldn't give away too much because again, this is a highly.
That's one of my SEAL trainers, Remy Adeleke. He's an incredible dude. Scared the hell out of me when I was out there in the desert. He wore sun blades, glasses with blades the whole time. We never saw his eyes, and he. Man, when he told us to stand still, you better stand still.
Whoa!
but he's a great guy. He's got a movie out about human trafficking. Great guy.
Wow! And then we have another photo.
Oh, me and Jamie Lynn.
Oh my gosh!
In Laguna.
Did you really get to know her?
Yeah, I know her very well, and her husband too. A great guy. All these people, we are so bonded up. We travel around the country whenever we go. We hang out with the people of cast.
What's Mel B like?
Mel
I love her.
She texts and FaceTimes me all the time.
Really?
She could not be more. All these people could not be more loved.
Kenya?
Kenya's great. I had a great experience with her. Wow. You know, I maybe it's the circumstances that we were all trying to survive, and that really stripped us down.
Did you cry?
Yeah, I cried.
Did people get hurt?
Yeah, people get hurt.
I can't wait for
Tori!
No, I'm sorry. Not like really hurt, but you know when
People get really hurt.
Oh,
Tori!
And we still love that we did it.
Yes.
We still feel it was a great experience.
Okay. I didn't mean it like that.